Hello and welcome to Bharat Shakti. I'm Nitin Gokhale. Normally, you would find on our platform discussions centering around defense. The participants would be from mostly from the military, either the serving personnel or even those who have retired veterans speaking about various military issues. Today's discussion and today's chat on camera is a little different. I have with me two young entrepreneurs, startup owners, who are passionate about innovation, also R&D in defense, and have created products that would be used by the militaries the world over, but primarily also by military in India. And therefore, I'm pleased to welcome Sahil Chawla, founder and CEO, or co-founder and CEO of T-Bricks India, and Ganesh Suryavanshi, CEO of Combat Robotics. They will tell us what they do, but they are in Delhi as part of INDUS X, which is the Indo-US collaboration or initiative on encouraging startups and innovators on both sides, that is US and India. This was started between the US IBC, which is the US India Business Council, and the MOD, or Ministry of Defense in India. Under it, the IDEX and the other segments of the MOD. So welcome both of you to this program. And let me start with you, Ganesh. You have been at it from what I remember for about 7-8 years to develop robos for military application. So and you are a winner now of the competition, open competition in 2023. What was the competition? Who had organized it?
So, first of all, thank you for getting us here and giving the opportunity to speak. So this competition was organized by Ministry of Defense, DIO. It is an initiative taken by Ministry to encourage startups in the defense space by doing a very strong handholding in terms of getting the complete understanding of the problem statement plus a financial support. And with that, like if the product is successfully built, it will also come with some minimum order quantity for the early pilot deployment, and then it might go for the capital procurement.
Right. So this was the competition was in 2023.
So it started 3 years before.
That's right.
Yeah. So in this, there are two categories. One is open challenge, where whatever you feel as a product would be relevant for the armed forces, you can pitch it. And there are dedicated problem statement given by Ministry of Defense on their with the feedback of the end user. You can also participate in that.
So you had done it suo moto, you on by yourself. You had pitched this product.
Yes.
And you won this as a in that competition. Yes. So I'll come to the product in a moment, but let me also ask Sahil. Sahil Chawla is based in US, but also shuttles between India and the US. And you have a product which is a flash memory drive, but which is a little different from the normal flash memory drive. And you are a startup in the US, founded in the US, but you are also looking for customers elsewhere across the globe, including India. So tell us a little more about the product.
Thank you so much, sir, for having us. I think it's a pleasure. We are one of the company which works on both sides. So we have developed a mobile sustainable storage, which is world's smallest form factor for 1 petabyte.
Right.
So our platform allows you to capture large data from the edge environments, like military environments. It's fireproof, bomb-proof kind of environments. And you capture large data where you are creating on the edge bases, wherever in military or commercial side of things. We have been funded by Energising X, which is Boeing fund into startups.
Right.
So we work in defense sector through them in US as well as in India. We are working with labs, we are intelligence services, where we see the large application is to capture large data at the edge environments and process it and give a decision making then and there.
And it is transportable, it is
portable. It helps you to move data from edge locations to on-prem data centers to the cloud as well.
Right, and this is the smallest one.
This is the smallest in the world and it's secure. Nobody can reverse engineer it. Nobody can access it without both hardware and software securities are in place.
We'll talk about that a little more. Ganesh, tell us more about your product. What have you developed?
So, like, we have developed this mainly for the from the portability angle of the robot. So, so when we started the development, we did SWOT analysis of all the robot across globe, and we found out that the form factor is very big, and it is very difficult for the or the tactical users to use that robot because they have to carry their battle payload, and like we don't want to penalty give them a penalty weight on top of it what they carry. So we were doing this SWOT analysis, and we found out many limitations on various fronts. So what we did is whatever the limitations were there, like it was on the form factor, it was on the compute, it was on the kind of video what it streams. So we optimized that, and we put that in a very smaller form factor, which nobody else has ever tried. So for this, we have a dedicated collaboration on the compute side, and like very high density batteries, and so a lot of development has gone into it. And like, so once this is complete and certified, it would be the smallest in the category kind of autonomous robot, which can be used in high-end situational awareness and basically all covert operations.
So it's the main function here is ISR.
ISR, yes.
So now what do you have in hand? These two things that you have. So this is something that goes in the air?
No. So this is not in the air. So like just to set a reference, like if currently they use a lot of drones,
right?
But suppose there is a scenario where you have to intervene a house using a drone. The drone itself says that I am coming,
right?
And it loses the entire surprise.
Yes.
So this is a robot which is a throwable kind of thing. We are going for MIL 810G certification for the drop test, which is 10 meters. So this can be thrown inside the house, and
like a grenade, it can be thrown.
It's a rolling robot which can go inside the house and stream the entire information. And
okay, but it's very rugged. From the look of it, it's very rugged. So it will stream from the ground, or if it's gone inside a house, and people may not know what this is all about. This might look like a grenade. Is that the reason why you've designed it that way?
No, it is like, so the intention is the people, like if it is an enemy, like if it catches, like we should be able to recognize the person,
right?
And basically then only our forces can take a counter action, like once they identify the person. So that is the intent. Like we have two cameras, like one is a thermal camera, one is a normal RGB camera, and so basically we are trying to. And here the motive is minimum control, maximum situational awareness.
Right.
So suppose the soldier is carrying a gun, how will he operate the robot?
Right.
Yeah. So we have like one more version, like which is a hand pad, which fits on the hand. Like you can see the video like this. You can carry a gun, and basically, so we are training this robot to operate through voice command.
I see. Okay. And what is that? That's a control panel.
Yeah. This is one more version of the control this thing. So since we are here, we wanted to just demonstrate it. So
in the INDUS X, you demonstrated.
Yeah, but we can get the batteries through the plane. So.
Okay. Doesn't matter. We'll come to the application a little more. But Sahil, coming back to your product, now you said Boeing has backed this, Boeing Fund has backed this, and tell us where can all this be sort of inducted or applied, your product that you have?
We are focused in defense and aerospace area, where we see intelligence services which are capturing large interview data, image data from different locations, and they want to bring it to analytics. So that's one use case. Then second use case is all edge combat machines, whether it is planes, drones, submarines, or tanks, where they are capturing large data. They need this kind of devices which can sustain the ruggedness of their environment, both air and land.
Right.
And then third is more of test centers where the data comes in, and they want to have high processing analytics.
Right.
That's where the third area we do.
Okay, but this can be useful for even say space centers. ISRO can also look at
in
this.
the aerospace and space sector, where you have to have large image data, video data, or you need to collect a lot of data through satellite and move. So one of the use case is geo satellites are there across the country, and they capture large data, and they want to capture at the system. So we have a partnership with the camera companies where you can ingest multiple 4K, 2K, 8K, 16K data into the system in once, and then you can transport it.
I see.
Right.
I'll come to you again to ask you what prompted you to do this. And you are from India, right? But you went to the US and co-founded this.
Yes.
What was the motivation, and how did you home on to this problem?
So my co-founder has a strong background in storage. Last 20 years, he was working around 20 patents.
He's an American.
He's an Indian, but settled in America from last 20 years.
Right.
So he used to work on a problem statement of flash array systems where they were building solutions for ships, warships.
Right.
And they were getting a lot of data. And then problem statement came in, how you can bring that data to the ground.
Right.
And the downtimes and the maintenance times are very important for them. So that's where the idea came, how we can make a compact mobile system which is sustainable as well, because low power areas, zero connectivity areas,
Right.
we need to have a rugged solutions.
And what is your technical background?
So I'm a computer science engineer. I always wanted to be tech, so I did my first startup in India since 2014. We were into IoT systems, and during COVID time, I moved to US to work on this platform.
You are from Nagpur, if I'm not
from
mistaken. Okay.
Studied and grew up in Nagpur.
Nagpur. And Ganesh, you are from Pune. We met, I remember, some 7-8 years ago when you were just starting out to looking at that. We were also starting out in Bharat Shakti. So what prompted you to do this?
So, long story short, but it's all started when I was born. So the first thing, what my grandpa did is, he checked me whether I have knock knees or not.
Oh.
So he always wanted me to be part of armed forces.
Uh-huh.
And I tried twice.
Okay.
Failed terribly. So anyways, like the upbringing was more on the defense side, and like he was also deployed in Siachen.
I see. Okay.
And all my childhood, I have seen this top 10 defense series on Discovery Channel, and I used to wonder why we don't have Indian equipments on that.
Right.
And so robotics was very dear to me. And so the basic intent was to basically build robots which can go global. Like that was the intent. And so when I was in college, like I started a research and development center in the college and ran that for almost 6 years. And we used to participate across all the competitions in India, like, and US also, like.
Right.
So every day we used to get like a lot of emails. Like we had a 40-member team, and basically I used to tell them to write 4 emails every day for new technologies. So I used to gather a lot of data, and I was looking at opportunities where the biggest deployment of robots can be done in terms of really painkiller solutions. Like, see, if you see, you have been seeing float-laying robot for at least now 15 years.
Right.
But do we really have it? Like everybody has it. Like, the only reason it is a vitamin product.
Right.
So we only focused on painkiller technologies where we could create an impact. So I felt defense, of course, the upbringing, what I had with my family, that background was there, and like the requirement in defense, because here there was no solution.
Right.
We cannot lose a soldier only for the reason he has to expose himself, and he doesn't have equipment which can basically eliminate his physical appearance.
Sure.
So
that's how you started it off. Which college were you in?
I was in a GSM college, Pune.
Okay. And now you have a thing. This has taken you how long to research and develop?
So this is our second product. Our first product is a chassis robot, which is already inducted in Army now.
Okay.
Yeah. But while we were doing that, it was so basically to narrow down the requirement is a tough task in Army, because the terrain changes every 50 kilometers.
Right.
So the problem statement might change every 50 kilometers. So that understanding of 5 to 6 years and plus like whom to pitch and what to pitch is the understanding what you get with time, what I felt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essence of all this is that you have to spend time, you have to dirty your hands, and then come into it. But enabling policies have also helped you in the MOD, in the Indian Armed Forces. Earlier this wasn't so, but now there's a lot of encouragement, right?
encouragement and a very strong handholding.
Handholding, okay.
So the nodal agency with whom we are developing this product, we talk to them almost like weekly. And we visit them and they are in sync with it. That is what is the...
So they keep giving you feedback and then you keep improving. So you would have Mark 1, Mark 1A kind of products that you go forward. That's a great thing to know. And so now when you have commercialized it, I mean, this is productionized it, how many people you have in your company now?
I have we have a team of 20.
Okay. And you're doing everything in-house?
Yeah.
Except for the cameras, I suppose?
Yeah, camera we are sourcing from Taiwan.
Right. Okay, that's good. So you can call it more or less indigenous product.
Yeah. So 70% content is indigenous.
Right, which is meeting the requirement, right? And you see this application in various sectors. I mean, apart from the Indian Army, you see this going into other armies also?
Yes. So basically, MHE would be the good customer for us.
Right.
CRPF, BSF, then paramilitary, CISF.
Yes.
So this is one customer list. Now this also have a very huge civil application. So for example, imagine jewelry shops where there are many cameras, but you can just keep this one robot inside and it is roaming all around the...
It's movable, right?
It's movable.
Okay. So you can control the movement.
Yeah. So basically, we can control it and it also has a autonomy feature. So you can overtake the autonomy whenever you want.
Okay. That's a very good thing. So again, because of your engineering background, you've been able to do this, right? Something similar in your case, Sahil, since you have been trained as an engineer and now that you've sort of miniaturized storage, what more applications do you see beyond defense and intelligence agencies?
So I'll add to a few things about what he was also mentioning. So I come from a business family. So I was always into doing the business after doing my engineering. And I was into technology. And I thought if in your lifetime, if you want to make a change, technology is the medium,
right?
The way we are moving towards. So that was the intention to form T-Second. Similarly, answering to your question, so today we are focusing three areas. One is government and defense, huge application. Then in media entertainment,
right,
where you capture large data on sets and you bring it for post-production. To give you an example, there's the largest screen in the world in Vegas, Sphere.
Yeah.
So that first movie is made on our platform. It was moved from Burbank to Vegas on big platform.
Right.
So these are the media entertainment applications. In India also we have deployed some use cases. Similarly, third is data migration from point A to point B, internally within the organization, within the embassies, within the services,
right,
or on enterprise companies, and moving data to cloud as well.
Right.
We are the fastest medium to move data from one location to another.
I remember one statement probably you or your co-founder made in US last year in June in that INDUS X meeting, where you said the entire Netflix...
you can put entire Netflix on this.
Netflix content you can put entirely on this.
And it takes less power than a hairdryer.
Oh.
So it's sustainable, small, and
so green concerns are taken on board like that. So when you say 1 petabyte for our viewers, what does that, what is the calculation?
It is 1000 terabyte and 1 lakh GB.
Okay.
So you can put complete, see, even if you say our nation has around 5 petabyte data of personal information. So you just need 5 bricks to put that data.
Great to know that. So I think the future is in safe hands as far as India is concerned. If you're going to do this, what next for you, Ganesh, before I end and then I come to Sahil?
So next, so majorly what we focus is on the unmanned ground vehicle segment. We have already a pipeline of 2 robots, so which is a company and a section level robot. Now we are in the stage right now where personal and company level robot, where so the other robot what we have, 10 people can carry the robot in bits and pieces,
right.
So there are 6 wheels.
And you can put it together.
Yes, all around. So because
and it carries load.
Yeah, it can load. So basically now we are building a use case where this Motorola communication device,
which is big, yeah.
Yeah, this big, that can be moved for a distance of say 1.5 kilometers using a remote or in terms of if you want to use autonomy, it can go further.
Right.
Suppose you send a party. for specific locations.
So 10 people are going, let's say, with that Motorola.
Yes.
No. Oh, with the...
So yeah, with the normal headset, like Motorola headset,
Okay.
if they go and you lose the connection with that. So now what happens? The CEO, he is on a dilemma.
Right.
Whether he should send another 10
Yes.
to look after them, like, or he can just simply send this robot with a communication device so that he can establish that network.
Contact or network, yeah. Okay.
So this becomes, there are like many applications, like suppose you want to drop a critical payload in the send it and like.
Yeah, you can do that. And what's the range for this, for your control, autonomy or, manually?
So for smaller form factor, we have like, say, 150 meters of range, line of sight. And for the bigger devices, we have achieved 2 kilometers.
That's very good to know. We will be happy to see that product in your facility. But Sahil, final question to you, final word to you. What next in this technology?
So see, when you have this kind of high compute data, you can bring that data to life, mission critical data. And if you need to take decisions, you need a processing as well. So we are working with large companies to put AI accelerators within who have actionable data then and there. So that's the next big thing we are working on, which will help you to capture the data and process then and there.
Right. Great to know that. And congratulations, both of you, at the young age and the passion that both of you are showing. I'm sure you'll have more and more products and more use cases coming forward. We're happy to host you in Bharat Shakti, but keep doing the great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was a pair of youngsters who are innovators, who have now come up with products which are to be used by the armed forces and intelligence agencies primarily, but can be applied for dual use purposes in civil sectors also. And that is one of the reasons why Bharat Shakti exists, to bring to you such novel ideas which have been propagated by youngsters who are innovators, who are passionate about developing new products. So keep watching Bharat Shakti, and of course you know where to reach us. Social media handles are visible, and do keep watching this program occasionally when we bring such innovators to your doorstep. Thank you.